Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Passionate Living. I'm Pat Miller. I love autumn, especially back east here, and I want to encourage each and every one of you to get out and enjoy some autumn activities, especially if you're back east where the leaves are turning and Mama Nature just has the most gorgeous paintbrush. And that's my little inspiration to start out the show today. We have a great show for you. We're going to meet a very special person that I got to interview down in Costa Rica, a doctor who is going to share some fabulous information with us that you are not going to want to miss. We also went to Philadelphia for the Natural Products Expo, found some amazing products that I want to share with you, some new breakthrough things that I ran into, as well as got to run the Rocky Stairs outside of the Philadelphia Museum of Art. And finally, join my niece Rosina and me again at a wonderful county fair where we get to meet some amazing people who are living their passion, and the whole family travels on the road to do this wonderful business that they started. So sit back, get comfortable, and join us on this week's episode of Passionate Living.
Just lost my job, just had made the point of I'm done relying on other people, I want to start my own business.
Right.
And this came about and it has snowballed into something we truly love and enjoy.
That's
and
beautiful.
We have all our family with us.
Yeah. I am here today, Rosina and I, with very special people that we have met. And what are your names?
Amanda.
Night.
You have the sweetest story. Would you tell me a little bit? You travel now with the shows in the summertime probably, or
all through the year?
We travel year round. We do some ice fests in the winter. We travel, we do a bunch of shows up here in New York. We do shows in PA, West Virginia, Ohio.
How did you end up doing all this? How did you start?
Well, we met 12 years ago at a movie theater making popcorn.
I love it.
So
this is the best, but this is the story I was telling you about.
Completely by chance.
I was a little younger, she was a little older.
Sure.
Let's bring that.
Yeah. I taught her how to make her first batch of popcorn at the movie theater.
Oh, this is so precious. And then you took it into a business.
Right. So we went to college and got degrees and did other things for a few years. Traveled, absolutely hated it. He was out of state all the time. And my aunt and uncle came and said, hey, we're, thinking about retiring. Would you be interested in doing this?
Oh, that's precious.
So her mom and dad come out with us. We call it the retiree wagon. My mom comes out. She's officially retired. The other two not so much.
Yeah,
but
they take time off and come with us. But it's a big family.
Oh, thanks. Well, can you show us a little bit about what's
Sure
going
can.
on back here?
This is the original kettle that they've had for 20-some years. We still use the same recipe, same kettle. We'll drop that for a few seconds because other than we'll get hot missiles.
Yeah,
so when we
flying out here.
Yeah, when we hand stir, we don't have the lid when we hand stir. So everyone has to be. Everybody has to wear long sleeves.
Oh my heavens! Wow.
How long have you been doing it?
So Hanson's, her aunt and uncle originally started this in 2000. We officially took over in 2020.
Worst official year to start a business.
Of all years.
In the middle of a pandemic. No pressure.
No pressure, right? But it had truly made us grow and learn a lot of things and pushed us to do new things that we probably would have never tried.
Right. Oh, what a cool contraption.
Yeah. And that's pretty much our process, and even with all the heat and all the work, it's so much fun.
All right, Rosina, this is a taste test.
That's good. That's really good, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah.
Now wait, I used to make popcorn in the movie theater, and I didn't meet
The love of your life?
the love of my life.
Well, you got cheated on that.
I got cheated. You know, our whole show, Passionate Living, is about people living their passions and using them to make a difference in the world around them. And you guys certainly have made a difference in your families and in the world around you.
We love to see all of this. Everybody just
We do it for the
loves
smells.
Hanson's kettle corn, and the kids just get so excited when they see that giant bag of popcorn coming out.
We really do it for the smiles and the enjoyment, and it's something that we had so much fun in the beginning, and we went, why not? Why not go back to
And we get to be together.
I know, all the
all the
time.
time.
That's great. Oh, that's beautiful.
So,
You're a great inspiration. This is a great story. I appreciate it, Mike.
it's been wonderful meeting you. I'm glad we've had the chance to show you guys what we do and what we love to
Me
do.
too. This has just been wonderful. And what a joy to meet you and your family. This has been amazing. So I am here today with a new friend who is absolutely amazing, and you are a wealth of information. Tom O'Brien, you have to look up his website. We'll give you the information today and everything, because the information that you've been sharing with me is so rich. And you are an expert in the field of autoimmune, gut, you know everything about gluten and how
Not
it affects
everything,
your system.
but a fair
I'm
amount.
convinced you do. And has written books and is somebody so important to share information. And welcome to Passionate Living. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
for meeting
much.
today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be with you.
Thanks. Can you tell me a little bit about your passion for how you got into this?
How I got into this? Well, 1979, my ex and I could not get pregnant. I was an intern at the time, and I called the 7 most famous holistic doctors I'd ever heard of at the time.
Right.
And I was able to reach them all. They took the call, and I asked them what they do for infertility, and they told me, and I'm writing furiously while I'm talking to them. I say, have you ever heard of category 1? No. Learn. Okay, category 1. And I'm writing all this stuff down. I put a program together. We were pregnant in 6 weeks.
Wow.
My neighbors in married housing heard about this, asked if I'd work with them because they'd been through artificial insemination and nothing had worked. I said, well, I don't think it'll hurt you, but sure. They were pregnant in 3 months. And tell our friends, and her sister in Wisconsin, we were in Chicago in school, her sister in Wisconsin came down because she couldn't get pregnant. I'd work with her, she'd get pregnant. And that just started us off.
Wow.
And what I learned from that, there's not much in medicine that's all or every, but this was every. Every person that had a reproductive system problem were eating foods that they didn't know were a problem, causing inflammation. They didn't know that they had a problem with dairy. They didn't know that they had a problem with wheat or gluten because they don't feel sick after they eat it. Now we know the ratio is 8 to 1. For every 1 person that has gut symptoms with a problem with wheat or gluten, there are 8 people that don't have gut symptoms. They feel fine when they eat wheat, but the next day they've got a migraine.
Right.
You always have to address food. So as soon as we came out in practice, we opened on Valentine's Day in 1980, and we were always including foods as a part of the protocol that we would put together for whatever a person had. And that hasn't stopped in 40 years.
That's great.
It's still the same because people don't get this. Our doctors aren't taught this.
No, they're not taught this. And they remember I took my mom into the heart doctor. We were concerned, and I said, well, I'm trying to get her to eat healthy and everything. He goes, well, there's really no evidence that diet and heart disease are related. And I'm like, this was recent. And I'm like,
Did you just say
serious?
that? Right? Did you just say that?
We need another doctor now, Mom. Let's go. And it was
Right.
just like insanity that in this day and age,
See,
here's
here's my comment
Yeah.
on traditional medical care, that they don't know this because they're not trained. They're trained to deal with the symptoms. The dean of medicine at Stanford a few years ago, he was invited to give the commencement speech for Stanford Medical School.
Right.
And he said, you know, you are some of the very best trained physicians in the world. You're going out into the world better trained with the most technical information of any medical school in the world. We're very proud. And we have to apologize to you because 78% of what's going to come into your office is not acute problems. It's chronic disease. And we have not trained you at all on chronic disease.
Wow.
We've trained you on dealing with acute problems like high blood pressure or high blood sugar. And what do you do to get the blood sugar down? That's the acute problem. But that has nothing to do with why do you have high blood sugar. But now you have to learn How do you identify where the inflammation's coming from? Is it gasoline or kerosene that's causing the inflammation, killing off cells, until eventually you've killed off so many cells, now that tissue can't function properly? Professor Alessio Fasano is at Harvard. Professor of Medicine, Harvard Medical School. Professor of Nutrition, Harvard School of Public Health. The Director of the Mucosal Immunology Center at Harvard. The Director of the Celiac Research Center at Harvard. And the Chief of Pediatric Gastroenterology, Mass General at Harvard. 5 positions. And any one of these positions is a lifelong goal for someone at the top of their game, right?
Oh my gosh.
He's got 5. He wrote it. He's always so careful about what he says. He wrote a paper last year, and the title says it all. All disease begins in the leaky gut. The pathway to inflammation in your body goes through the gut. What do you do for psoriasis? You have to include fixing the gut. What do you do for Alzheimer's? You have to include fixing the gut.
Now, you've written books on this topic. Tell me a little bit about the books you've written, because these would be great resources for people.
2 books. The first book is called The Autoimmune Fix.
Right.
And it won the National Book Award, which I don't know of any health books that have won National Book Awards.
Great.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes. And because it really explains this whole concept of where does disease come from.
Right.
You see, the premise is if you want to get to a new destination in your health, how do you get there? You need a map. It's not a straight line to get there.
Right.
You know, you need a map. It's like if I show you the subway map of New Delhi, you see how complicated it is, but you can look at that point, and that's where you want to go, and you can determine how to get there, change lines here, change trains here, and you can get to that point, but you need the map. But you can't look at a map of New Delhi if you're living in New York, right? That you need a map of what's happening in your body.
And it's so vital because so many people are frustrated. That, like you say, they're going to the doctor, they're giving them pills, they're doing this, but it's not fixing the problem, it's not fixing the cause, but they have no idea what to do. And in a lot of cities and communities around the U.S. at least, it's hard to find a good functional medicine doctor or to find somebody who's open to looking deeper.
You need a doctor who is going to personalize your care. They will put together the map of your history. You know, if your mother had an infection in pregnancy with you and she had to take antibiotics, and or you were born by C-section, your gut is a mess. By definition, you're not going to have a healthy microbiome. That's by definition. And if you don't know this and you don't do the work to create a healthy microbiome, you always have that weak link in the chain.
Right.
Always.
Wow.
And the second book is called You Can Fix Your Brain. And
oh, that's good, because my hard drive is full.
yeah, and you know that's really important
Right.
because as people read these books, they get overwhelmed.
Right.
The subtitle of the book is just 1 hour a week to the best memory, productivity, and sleep you've ever had. And that's not a cutesy subtitle. It's the only way to be successful.
Wow.
Is because it's overwhelming and you don't have the brain power or the time to learn all this stuff. As you're reading, wow, this relates to me.
Exactly.
So every Tuesday night after dinner, every Sunday morning after services, it doesn't matter when it is, but every week I'm going to allocate 1 hour to learn more.
Well, I know you have to get ready to go to Portugal. You're speaking there and doing this, bringing this amazing information to the world around you that's changing lives, saving lives, and I'm so grateful to you personally for
thank
all
you.
of the work that you're doing in the world. It's
Thank
truly amazing, and you are using your passion to make this world a better place, and that is an amazing gift.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Pleasure
you
to be
so
with you.
much. It's such a pleasure.
So we are here in Philadelphia today in front of the Philadelphia Art Museum, also the site of
The Rocky Balboa steps.
Yeah.
Yay!
Now, you weren't born yet.
No, I was
Rocky
not.
Came out, but I had been running track in high school, and I saw the Rocky movie, and every morning I would break a couple eggs and drink them down and run my 5 miles for track. So that was like my big incentive at the time.
Do you think they made the difference?
I don't know, but I've drank a lot of raw eggs.
You know.
I felt it was good for me emotionally.
It's probably good, you know, mind over matter.
No, I don't think it's going to be good enough to necessarily run these stairs today, but let's try it.
Yeah, we're gonna give it our best shot.
We're going to give everybody out there today like a little incentive. Whatever you're doing, if you're laying on the couch, if you're doing something, just do a little bit of exercise. Lift your legs up and down a few times. Do something to just get your blood moving.
Yeah.
You know, get a little
Move those
active.
arms, yeah. We
Get
shall be
moving.
doing a little bit more difficult than
Yes,
that, but you
slightly
know.
more difficult. All right, are you ready?
Yes. Okay. You're gonna
Get set, go.
go.
We did it.
We did it.
Woo!
Woo!
That last group there, but there's a wedding.
It's a busy place.
Busy place. I just think we totally wiped them out. But wherever you are today, remember, do something active. And maybe not the Rocky Stairs in Philadelphia, but just do something. One little thing. Every day helps. It makes a difference. I am here today with Galen, and I love Ticino. This is like
Thank
one of
you,
my
thank you.
favorite products. You have something new.
We do. We got a bunch of new flavors actually. We're excited to be showing them. We technically we launched them in 2020, but
Right.
given the situation, this is the first time that the public is seeing them, you know, in a trade show
Right.
setting. And we launched 9 new flavors actually, 3 prebiotic super boost blends
Right.
that were addressing digestive health, and
That's great.
6 mushroom adaptogen blends for
Wow.
immunity and adapting to stress and all that good stuff.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah,
That's
it's
wonderful.
I mean, we have them in tea bag boxes like this. You've probably seen
That's
these
great.
before. And then we also have like a herbal coffee version that you
love
can
it.
brew like coffee. So
Because this is great, I know it's a coffee substitute, but a tea on its own, it's got a great flavor, it's
Totally.
delicious, and it's good for you.
that's what we're telling people more and more is like, you
Yeah.
don't have to replace coffee with this, just
Right.
add it to the repertoire and
Exactly.
enjoy this in addition to coffee, in addition to tea, as
Right.
another delicious hot beverage
Right.
that has a myriad of wellness properties as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming by. It's great to see you again.
And I love
Yeah.
that you have carried on your mom's passion for doing
Thank
this.
you, thank
it's
you.
in the family.
Yeah, we are a family-run
Yeah.
business, and it
Yeah.
has been very rewarding to be involved now for 11 years, actually. It's
That's
crazy
wonderful.
how quickly time flies.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, Galen. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Yeah, likewise.
There you go. So I'm here with Jake with Super Coffee, and I get this product from Wegmans. I love this.
That's amazing. It started in my dorm room, so it makes me very happy that you get it.
Where's your dorm room?
We're here in Philly. My younger brother Jordan is behind me. We started at Philadelphia University. We really launched out of Georgetown, where I played football down in DC.
right.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yes, ma'am.
And you were born in Buffalo Children's Hospital,
Born
my
in Buffalo.
hometown, the same hospital.
Yeah, my mom went to Nichols High School.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah, so
wow.
did my uncle. We're
Wow.
big Buffalo people.
That's awesome.
We love our wings, like you said, wings and beer in Buffalo.
That's great, but this counteracts some of the wings and beer because this is a great product. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, so we make super coffee, super creamer. It's all zero sugar, nothing artificial. We use one sweetener, it's monk fruit,
Right.
which we love, so zero sugar, zero
Yeah,
carbs.
I love monk fruit.
Yeah, it's great. It's all keto, all natural. We have plant-based options. I was saying that Wegmans is our #1 customer in the country. It used to be where my grandma used to shop before she passed, so we love Wegmans.
So the product is actually good for you. You put this creamer in your coffee.
I use it every day.
Yeah.
All of our loyalists use it daily. There's, again, zero sugar.
It's great for brain power. I know
The MCT oil, great
Yeah.
for brain power, great for people who are worried about suffering from things like Alzheimer's.
Right.
Our number one most loyal customer are type 2 diabetics.
Wow.
Because they miss sweet things
Right.
that they can enjoy. It has no spike of your blood sugar levels. It's a really clean label. You can pronounce all the ingredients.
Oh, right? What a concept.
I know.
And you started this in your dorm room. How did you do that? What happened that night? Was it a crazy party? Were you just sitting there bored, studying for an exam?
No, my brother Jordan, who's over here at the booth, he was like, hey, like coffee's this massive category, and we all drink Starbucks, and it's loaded with sugar, especially their bottled coffees. Like, why can't we make something that tastes like a Starbucks without the sugar? So that was our pursuit, and like, how could we do it using real ingredients? And then from the dorm room, we went on to Shark Tank.
That's so cool.
Which was an incredible experience.
Right.
And then last year we were named America's fastest growing food and beverage company. So it's been
love
a
it.
wild ride, 6 crazy years.
Congratulations.
Thank
that
you
is
so much.
amazing.
It's been amazing.
Wow, that blows me away. Well, thank you. You are definitely a passionate liver.
Well, we love Buffalo too. Passionate liver. Amazing.
Thanks. So guys, I love your product. I love your cashew milk. That is like my favorite. And
So creamy, yeah.
It is.
Very delicious.
Tell me a little bit about what makes you different and sets you apart.
Yeah, so first of all, it starts with the label and the type of
Right.
ingredients we use. So if you look at our milks, you'll only see 2 ingredients. It's limited to the cashews and water. That's it. Whereas most or almonds are in water. We have the widest portfolio, so we make an almond, a cashew, an oat, and so many more, right? The biggest difference is if you look at other brands versus Elmhurst products, you'll see ingredient lists of 13 to 14 ingredients.
Oh, it's crazy.
Oils, gums, fillers, thickeners, really things you don't need to have in your beverages. So we were able to develop milks with no sacrifice on taste, so they're super creamy, they're not watered down, and with minimal high quality ingredients, okay? So we don't need to add the fillers, anything like that. So it's plant milk, they're alternative milks without any sacrifice. No sacrifice on ingredients, taste, or even nutrition.
That's great.
You know, our creamers, we have 1 gram of sugar and 15 calories per serving, which is that's just not how the space is for most creamer. We focus on that with, keeping our products minimally and then using, very minimal sugar, so.
Right.
And really what we're trying to do, so we know everybody is looking to live a healthier life and everybody's looking for better for you products, but it's not always easy to incorporate them in your everyday routine, right? Like, it's not always easy to give up milk or cream or cheese, right? We all love these products, but when you find brands that taste good and use quality ingredients, it makes it easy, right?
I
It starts
love your
becoming-
milk because I am so used to getting brands that taste so watered down.
Right, and you feel like you have to just deal with it, but you don't if you find products like ours.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks so much, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for stopping by. Thank you.
So, Heather, this is very delicious. I just tried some of this ice cream, and it's made from chickpeas.
From chickpeas,
Oh
yes.
my God! And it doesn't taste like chickpeas. It tastes like ice cream, and it's delicious and creamy.
Absolutely, yes. First of its kind. This is the first nationally available chickpea-based ice cream. So really that creaminess comes from the high protein content of the chickpea, and also the beauty of the chickpea, it's completely neutral in flavor. So we're not having to cover up any of those plant-based background flavors you might get with some of the other non-dairy alternatives. So,
Who came up with this idea?
So I am part of an excellent team, one of the co-founders. So along with the team, we really helped develop this formulation. Essentially, our goal is we set out, I'm lactose intolerant, so it's a little bit of a passion project for me to create a non-dairy ice cream that just tastes like ice cream. So
This is amazing.
thank you. Yeah, some nutritional benefits as well, additional protein, additional fiber coming from those chickpeas compared to the other non-dairies currently on the market. So just launched this year, and we're excited to grow distribution and spread the sweet pea love.
And you have a passion for it, I can
Yes,
tell.
absolutely. Yes, I'm so excited to say finally there's an ice cream product that tastes like the real thing after many years of trying all the others. So it's been really fun to develop.
Thank
yes.
you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I
Appreciate it.
Thank you for joining me on this very special episode of Passionate Living. And I love that today I am in front of the falls, but also this fence with all these locks representing people's love, their relationships. They put a lock on here and it represents their union. And I was sitting here and this gentleman walked up and put a lock on for you and your sweetheart?
Yes, that's correct. He came all the way from Florida to dedicate this lock to my love and myself and our relationship together.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful. Well, there was perfect timing and a perfect way to end this very special episode of Passionate Living. Remember to watch each week on Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m., Sundays at 11 a.m., and come to our YouTube channel, Passionate Living TV, or our website, passionateliving.com. Thanks so much again for joining me today, and I'm sending you a big hug. Make sure to watch next week on Passionate Living.